Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £200 worth of 10p's we're hunting through, looking for those elusive alphabet 10p's. We want some 2019 ones. We've never filled a 2019 book. We have got A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L and M, N, O, R, T, U, V and X. But the 2019s are so hard to find because they're so low minted. We started a second 2018 book, having completed it once, and we are 2 letters off of completing this one. We need H for Houses of Parliament, and we need T for the drink tea. Otherwise, that is our second book complete. So, let's get into this bag, see what we find. Okay then, so we're going to get to some questions that have been left on my videos. This weekend I'm actually at the Royal Mint, so getting the Harry Potter and the Hogwarts Express Strike Your Owns, the last 2 for this year. We don't know when they're going to change next year, but depending what it is, I'm either going to whiz down really early, or if we get the dates I might try and aim to get the 2 in the one trip as well. So stay tuned for that if you want to come along and say hello. First comment comes from Andy, who says, "Careful Christopher, did your voice start to break in the opening piece?" I think that was on my Royal Mint trip, the last video I did. So I am not a morning person. It takes me at least a cup of coffee or 2 before I am up and raring to go. So when I tend to record those morning videos, I am not exactly compos mentis, so to speak. But I think that was what that is down to more than anything else. Elaine Walker says, "Great to see you at the Mint for the first King Charles III Strike Your Own. Fabulous day. It was great to meet you. Well, to see you again down there. It was awesome fun every time someone turns up in one of my jumpers. My All I Want for Christmas is Q jumpers, or the Peace, Prosperity and Pepperonis, or 2020 Q t-shirts. I think it's so cool, and it's quite fun. Seeing the tour guide slowly realizing, oh, there's a few of you wearing this. What's this all about? But yeah, I love meeting subscribers down at the Royal Mint Experience, doing the tours, getting to chat with some people face to face. A lot of time there's people that comment quite frequently, and putting a face to the name and being able to talk to that person in a conversational way is great fun. And sometimes there's people that don't leave comments, and it's as I said, it's really cool to actually meet some people. So that's why I always try and give you as much notice that I'm going to the Royal Mint as I can. Makamula says, I was at the Royal Mint 3 days before you guys managed to get 2 Pride coins from the shop till. Judas passed on some coins to you from myself, and hope you haven't left those in the Airbnb as well. So I actually have a second bag. I was supposed to do that in the PO Box video this week. I found a second bag which I hadn't emptied from my trip, which had some more coins and bits and pieces from people. So if I remember the next PO Box video, I will be sure to dig those out and go through those as well. But yeah, shame we didn't get to meet you, Makamula, but maybe another time at the Mint. Grand Prix says, "Channels like this one is showing YouTube at its best. Loving the content as always and interacting with Christopher Collect fans. As I say, YouTube God." Well, thank you very much. It's very sweet of you to say that. And lots of people say that they like the videos. It's got them through tough times or whatever it happens to be, which is mind-blowing to me. But I think it's important to say as well that the YouTube channel has got me through some tricky and tough times as well. So as I said, I've said this countless times, if I'm having a rough day, I can always look at the comment section. I know there's going to be a whole ton of lovely comments from lovely people, and that gives me that little boost that sometimes you need. So thank you from me as well. Oh, there we go. K for King Arthur. Very nice. 2018 as well. Superb. First find. Glyn Bratcher says, "Wow, thanks for showing my Benjamin Bunny in my collector." I think that was the collector book. So yes, it was Glyn came up to me and said, "I know you don't sign Benjamin Bunnies, but would you sign the Benjamin Bunny in my coin collection album?" And I was like, yeah, of course, that sounds amazing. And no one's ever asked me to do that, so I did get a bit of video for the footage of the Royal Mint trip. But I thought it was a really neat way of getting around my I don't sign Benjamin Bunny rule. So yeah, it was great fun. A really clever idea. Finnish Sumalian says, "Unusual and unsightly, Royal Mint has barbed wire on top of its chain link fence. Has Royal Mint had break-ins and thefts? Hopefully King Charles III will have a healthy long rule." Agreed, hopefully he does. Why do they barbed wire all over it? Well, there is a huge amount of gold and silver and general circulating coins. If they were to remove the barbed wire around the Royal Mint experience, that's a massive weak point in their defences. I don't know if they've ever had any break-ins or robberies that has been successful in recent times, but that doesn't mean you should take down your defences. So yes, it is a little bit like, oh, when you first see it, but it does make sense because the Raw Mint experience is part of the Raw Mint's facility where they make all our coins, and as I said, have some high quantities of precious metals too. Kenneth Adam Eveson says, it was great to meet you, Grossy and Rich H on Saturday. Not that I can get down this year, but hopefully in 2023. Well, I go every time they change the Strike Your Own, so I'm down there a whole number of times every year, especially when they have the big, hopefully next year they might have some big Strike on the Weekend or Strike on the Day events. I'm thinking maybe around the Coronation might be a big one, but yes, definitely look forward to seeing many more subscribers next year. Oh, a second one. Wifey Owen Warders. Did catch the year on it. Another 2018. Super. Brad Palmer says, gutted I didn't make it, but you guys wouldn't have thanked me as I would give you all a stinky cold. Oh dear. Well, Brad, I hope you're feeling better now. But yes, as I said, I'm down there so often. If you're wanting to get the whatever the latest Strike Your Own is, come along and do the same tour as me. Miku01 says they should add something unique to the Strike Your Own coins to encourage more people, like a privy mark or unique alternative dates. I've only been interested in the 2018 Newton, the rest are no different from bunks and circulating coins. Agreed. If there was a mark on the Strike Your Owns to differentiate them from the rest of the coins, I think that would give other coin collectors, not really me because I go down anyway, it would give coin collectors much more impetus to go and get this coin because it's different. It is a change in the design of the coin, a different preview marker, like maybe the Royal Mint badge on the obverse. I almost said next to the initials of the Queen's portrait, but the initials of the King's portrait. I think that would make them that bit more exciting for coin collectors to get. I also agree that I think there should be privy marks on BU coins. I think that would be a really sensible thing to do because again it makes those unique when coins go into circulation. In fact, I have seen comments where on the Memorial 50p people have ordered it on the day of release, then found out there's going to be tons of them in circulation and have cancelled their orders for BU coins. Whereas if there's a privy mark on the BU coins, again, that makes it unique, that makes it desirable, which I think is a sensible thing to do. And if they end up in circulation, there's no quarrelling over thick coins potentially being previously bunk carded packaged coins. Anyway, Simon Dungworth says, hi Christopher, could I ask you where you get your 50p folder books from, as I have the big collector's folders book which are nice but too big. I love your channel, you got me into collecting coins, I love it, so thank you so much. From all my very best, Simon from Bridlington, East Yorkshire. The books I just get from eBay or Amazon. I have rebooted my interest in trying to make Christopher Collects collection books, so I was looking into this for a long time. The issue I had was trying to find a book where the pages are chemically inert. It is so tricky to do that at an affordable rate. So the problem is the albums I use are PVC albums, so they will react with the coins over time. So they're fine for up to maybe 5 years before you really want to get them out, which I have actually started doing now. I've done 2 of my albums and it's taken a lot longer than I thought. But yes, so I am maybe somewhat pivoting to using PVC albums with the warning that this is fine for up to 5 years. Longer than that, you want a more longer term storage solution because they will affect your coins. In fact, some of the older coins that were in my first books, I've had to give a bit of a wipe to make sure I get the PVC. It feels like an oily sort of residue on the coin. So yes, I think that might be the way forwards on that, because lots of people keep asking, and I want to do something like that, but it's just, again, time is everything. I have very limited time to get things done, and when I hit a dead end somewhere, it frustrates me and I move on to the next thing. Duncan Disorderly, that's a really clever name, I love it, says, I've got 2 of these at home, so will you give me 500 quid for them? Oh, okay, so it's a really cool name for a really stupid comment. So my videos are titled, so this is a 50p coin hunt. So this was when I found the Fool's Gold Proof Paddington at the tower. So it had a little bit of a gold finish to it. It's obviously wrecked something and for some reason turned a bit goldy. So it's titled Fool's Gold Proof Found £250 to 50p coin hunt bag, blah 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 blah. And this is someone who has seen £250 in the title and assumed that means I have found coins worth £250. Technically I have, because they combined a whole bag of 50p's is worth £250, but the £250, or in this video the £200 title, is the amount of coins I've hunted through, not what the coins, any specific coin is worth. So there we go. Richard says, I was lucky to find a Kew Gardens one at work. In the till at the end of the night, someone had used to pay. What? Interesting sentence here. At the end of the night, what someone had used to pay with as well. I assume that means you work in some sort of customer-facing service role, and someone has spent a Kew Gardens 50p, which is very cool for you. If you've managed to swap it out and you've got yourself a Kew Gardens, well done you. Coinbank Junior says, by the way, Christopher, you have to check your Diversity Book Britain 50p's, as I've seen a 2019 dated one. I have not seen this doing the rounds. Normally when there are errors like this, like with the alternatively dated Brexits, it does the rounds and it filters through to me through a variety of people that think it's important information that I might have missed, which is really helpful at times. I have not seen anyone else mention an incorrectly dated Diversity Book Britain. In fact, I find that very tricky to do. The only way that's going to have happened is if they've put the wrong obverse die in, because they wouldn't have minted the reverse in 2019 at all, because they couldn't have. So I'd be interesting to see a little bit more about that. Right, last comment comes from Ben Adams. Says, I found a Pride 50p. You can have it if you want. I don't collect 50p's, only £2 coins. I'm stuck on Wales, Northern Ireland and Olympic Centenary to complete my collection. It's very kind of you to offer. I have actually got my first Pride 50p now. I got one at the Royal Mint gift shop, so we've got it in my change there. That being said, that coin won't go into my 50p album because it's only coins I find in the hunts that go into the album. So if people send coins into the PO box, they won't fill gaps in it, because that would feel kind of wrong, especially if people then started feeling obliged to send whole books and really rare coins. I'd much rather you keep your rare coins in your collection. I've got plenty in my own collection, so keep your lovely coins in your collection. But I'm sure there are plenty of other people out there who are much more deserving, and I will, because obviously I will come across a Pride 50p hopefully soon, because there are so many going into circulation. But I would defer your generosity to another person. But thank you very much for the offer. That being said, let's get back to the coins. Well, there we go, our finds for today. 2 alphabet 10p's, you can't grumble at that. The letter Y for Yoba Border, K for King Arthur, both from 2018, so sadly not ones we need for the book, but it's always amazing when one of them turns up. For more than one to turn up is pretty awesome. 2 from Jersey, were they both 92s? I think they were, yeah. And then the Gibraltarian Euro Ports, which was 2001. So in my mind, a very successful hunt, which is sort of turning the tide on the 10p's, which have been a little bit unlucky over the past couple of months, but hopefully this is the start of a whole slew of alphabet 10p's turning up. Well, as ever, there are links in the description of this video down to my coin collecting Discord server if you'd like to come over and join that. There's also links to my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, the new PO Box address you can write into, and of course the Britannia Coin Company, who I work for as my day job, making videos for them, so please do check that out too. All it leaves me to do now though is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye!